to prod is coming for you. Bright with the lights of attention. It looks so pretty when you're passing out from all of the tension.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. So before I get into this video, I just wanted to mention that most of y'all already noticed that I changed my name to Surotica. More info is in my Discord server in announcements, so if you just want to know why, just check that out. So basically in this video, I'm just going to be reviewing the new update in H2O Full Moon, and I'm also going to showcase the Advanced Power Game Pass, and I'm going to tell you guys if it's worth it or not, and I'm going to show you guys all of the powers, and also a few changes to outfits, and just any visual changes, or yeah, actually just updates. So let's hop right into the video. So the first thing I'm going to showcase is obviously the new power changes and the Game Pass powers. So they gave Ricky, Cleo, and Emma advanced powers if you buy the Game Pass for 100 Robux. In my opinion, it's not really worth it because the powers are not that good. Actually, the visuals are good, but it should do more damage in my opinion, and they should get way more of what we saw in the show. But yeah, basically I'm gonna start off with Ricky. So if you buy the Game Pass, she will have this electricity icon here, and when you press anywhere on the map, it doesn't matter if it's water or ground, there will come like a bright white lightning strike down to where you pressed it, and it will deal kind of a lot of damage, and every time you walk into it, it will deal damage to you. So if you just press on someone and it just like strikes on them, as you can see, it actually does quite a lot of damage. You can basically just kill anyone in like 10 hits with this power. It's pretty cool. I really like the visual effects, but the sound effects needs to be a little more smoother, because it doesn't really sound that satisfying when you do it. Like the cutoff at the end is just not that good. And her basic power now looks like this. So when you boil the water, it actually just looks way cooler. So the boiling power is obviously available for anyone since that's her basic ability, and you will have just this very nice effect. So moving on to Emma's advanced powers. So as you can see, I have two icons over here. So I have her basic power and I have her advanced power. So what her advanced power does, it's basically just it creates like a spike of ice out of the ground, and it has like a kind of smoky effect on them. It's because like it's cold and it just starts smoking up. So the sound effect is the same as her basic one, but it sounds really amazing. I love the sound. I just think she deserves more because they really did her dirty with this one. It's like really small, and I think she should just be able to like area freeze or just freeze people in general, because that's what we actually saw in the show. And they didn't add any changes to her basic power, so it's just the same. But yeah, that's her advanced power, but I think she just needs more. And it also does damage if you walk into it or when you use it onto somebody. It just deals like a little bit of damage, and that is her regular power, which looks the same. So let's now move on to Cleo's advanced power. So she actually got aerokinesis, which was actually her advanced power in the show, but they also added a new free ability for her, but I will first showcase her free ability. So this one is called Water Snake. So when you enable it and press it onto the water, you will like summon a snake or like a tentacle out of water. I actually really like this, but they should change the design of it because it looks kind of weird. They should actually make it look more like a tentacle. But she obviously gets to keep her regular power, and this is what her wind power looks like. So it will basically just make a tornado if you press somewhere. So I'm just gonna press over there, and as you can see, it makes a tornado. It kind of looks like the 50s mermaids one, but it's like bigger, and the effects are way prettier in this one, and it also deals damage every time you walk into it, which is pretty cool. And this is also like I think the most dangerous power, but yeah, so she also has her water ball, and she can just throw it onto people, and if she does, they will turn into a mermaid because well, obviously they get touched by water. But yeah, I really like her advanced power, but in general I just don't think the game pass is worth the 100 Robux. I would personally just give 50. So moving on to some outfit changes. So also just power changes, because they removed the special powers for the 50s mermaids. So they just have their regular power now, but they did add new hair for Gracie, which absolutely looks gorgeous in my opinion. But I am pretty mad that they removed the 50s mermaids abilities and they just gave them the basic ones, because if you think about it, it's basically a scam. So they just made us buy the 150 Robux game pass and just remove the powers afterwards. So I think this is pretty like unfortunate, but I don't really mind. But the morphs are pretty, but you basically just pay for 3 morphs that just don't come with anything special except hair and other outfits. But I just think they should just get their powers back, or at least get something else, like I don't know, just anything that makes them more special, because they were pretty expensive. So moving on to the next 50s mermaid. So for Julia, they added a new hairstyle which looks really cool, and they just gave her the basic water ball. So they removed her aerokinesis power, which I'm pretty sad about, just like they removed Gracie's electrokinesis. But I guess her morph just looks really cool, and yeah, but they just I don't know what to say, but they just don't get anything special. But yeah, so next 50 mermaid, Louise, didn't get any changes, and she just they just removed her advanced cryokinesis power and just gave her the basic ice power. So moving on to the next thing, which is actually quite cool. So now when you jump into the water, your hair will actually turn wet, and they made your hair animated. So I'm just gonna turn into a mermaid, and as you can see, your hair just like flows with the ocean, and the effect is very cool. And when you go out of the water, you can actually see that your hair is like shiny, and it has that wet hair effect that is very realistic, and it just looks really cool. But this is not available for customs, only like morphs. And they also updated speed swim, so now when you swim, it will look like this. So I actually think this makes a lot of sense, because when in the show, when they swim, you actually just didn't see their tail moving that much, and they were just like straight up going like this. It looks a little stiff, but I think that's the point, because actually it looks very cool. And oops, sorry, it actually looks really good, and I'm just so in love with the hair. It just looks really cool, and yeah. So that is going to be all for the small showcase of this update. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel to support me. And also join my Discord server. It's completely free, and the link is down below, so you can communicate with me and other members, and you can stay updated when I post something or when I just announce something important. And I will also soon be doing giveaways, probably, so you will have a chance to participate in that. And yeah, and don't forget to leave some game recommendations, because I'm really out of ideas. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.
Talking this could get messy. What it do, that's on me, I outsell you. What it do, that's on me, I outsell you. What it do, that's on me, I outsell you.